Welcome back, trainers. So we're going to be going over Pokemon that you should be saving evolution items for. Now, you can say Sinnoh Stone, but that's not exactly where I'm going to be going with on this video. So if we back out here and take a look at news and scroll right down, we see that we're going to be having Torchic Community Day going down May 19th. All right, so from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. in your local time zone with those new times there. Pretty interesting. So we can look forward to that, right? But what's going to be coming after that? Are we going to see possibly Porygon? Now, there is going to be an event over in Japan where they're going to have increased spawns of Porygon. When they're doing events over in specific areas of a country, it's not necessarily going to mean shiny release. Possibly, but not likely. And the thing about Porygon, more so Porygon Z, is that it's moves. They're single charge moves, and that's what we see very common occurring as the Community Day Pokemon. Niantic does this intentionally so that we can have a better version of it once they do release it. All right, so I did type in items, and you can do that to see which Pokemon do in fact take evolution items to evolve, right? So what we're going to focus on are going to be other than Sinnoh Stone evolutions, because we know that Porygon going into Porygon 2 is going to take a special item, right? It's not going to be the Sinnoh Stone, so that's going to cost you 2 items. So if we did see something like the Mamoswine Community Day, which actually occurred, and they did that, they granted us more Sinnoh Stones, and we were able to evolve a little bit more, and so everybody was able to get 10 Sinnoh Stones, hopefully, right? But if they did make Porygon a Community Day Pokemon, they could bypass evolution to take no item and just make it so you had to use Porygon 2 into Porygon Z with that Sinnoh Stone. Very well could happen, but not likely. What they can also do is make the upgrade item more available, but that's going to seem like a bit of a hassle. I'm not too sure. Or we can see something like Breloom, where you simply evolve it during an event to receive a great move. So we know that Grass Knot on Breloom is going to make it an absolutely fantastic grass attacker, going up against raids as well as PvP, massive damage on both ends. Yes, it is going to be a glass cannon, but nonetheless it's doing a lot of damage. If you had a full team going into a raid with something weak against grass type, we already know it's going to perform magnificently. So, okay, Porygon. That is what, I'm not going to say we're going to get that after May. Okay, it's a possibility, but like I said, we could just simply see an event that is going to allow us to evolve it to receive that move. Not just a 3-hour window for a Community Day and you had to scramble to get all these items. But in which case, if they did have an event where you were able to evolve Porygon to Porygon 2 and then eventually into Porygon Z to receive a new move, you will in fact need to have these items, the upgrade as well as a Sinnoh Stone. And they can very well make those upgrades more available. All right, now moving on to the next one here, we have GoFest coming up, in which if we take a look at the picture, we have Horseys in the fountain, and now we've been talking about, can we possibly see Shiny Horsey coming into Pokemon Go? And that is going to be another reason to hold on to your Dragon Scales, is so you're going to be able to evolve Kingdra, or at least Seadra into Kingdra, and have plenty of them. So when it does come around, you won't have to sit there and wait to eventually find one at a Pokestop or a gym stop or something like that, or even get one through your kilometers walked per week, because they do give out Sinnoh Stones, or sometimes, right? Or even through gifts is a very rare occasion, but it does happen. Just a little food for thought. I'm going to want that Shiny Horsey very badly, because Shiny Kingdra, absolutely fantastic, as well as one of my favorite Pokemon too. So there you go. And then we have Rhydon. I mean, it has an okay moveset, Stone Edge, Earthquake, and Surf. Surf is great coverage for sure. Stone Edge as well as Earthquake. Stone Edge is going to be the better one, kind of, sort of. It can be a fantastic ground attacker. As far as PvP goes, Stone Edge is going to not take as much energy. But if it was to, say, get a new move, like, I don't know, Rock Wrecker, then you would be able to have those Sinnoh Stones on hand and ready to go. At this point, I think a lot of people already have a bunch of Sinnoh Stones. Not everybody, I understand, but a lot of us already do. But the main point is maybe you shouldn't evolve all of your best ones, because I do believe that's 100 Rock Rhino Rick. Let's see here, Simply Amazing, HP. Wow, no, that's not it. I think it might be this one here. Simply Amazing HP. Where's my 100? Please tell me I didn't evolve both of them. Okay, it's Rocksteady. Simply Amazing HP, attack, defense. Wow, there we go. There's the 100. So, yeah, another bit of food for thought. There's not evolve all of these Pokemon that require Sinnoh Stone, as well as this one here, Tangrowth. It has Ancient Power, which is a multiple charge bar move, but it's not going to really be benefiting it. Actually, I take that completely back. You're not going to get stab from that, but it will have coverage against many of its weaknesses, so there is that plus. But it is lacking a great grass move with a multiple charge, so we might be seeing that in the future as well. Then if we take a look at my Sinnoh Stone Evolution Pokemon, we have Licky, which, I mean, it's okay. I haven't really seen anybody use it at all. Not in PvP, not in raids, because in raids it's useless. It's going to be more for a PvP, but it does need a better moveset. It is a fairly tanky Pokemon. I mean, it has Wi-Fi on its stomach, so I mean, that's pretty neat, I suppose. Right? And Electivire is not something you're going to need to worry about. It has a multiple charge bar move, Wild Charge, and Thunder Punch. Absolutely fantastic, as well as Thunder Shock. It's set. It's already set to go, so you can evolve as many of those as you want. Take a look at my Rhyperior, Smackdown, Surf, and Earthquake. Pretty good. I mean, it's pretty rock steady, right? But I do want to see Rock Wrecker coming onto this Pokemon here. And then if we go down here, we have Togekiss, which was just introduced with a new move, Flamethrower. So I don't think we're going to be seeing that because it also has a shiny. And that is another thing to take note of if these Pokemon have a shiny already, they're not going to get a community day. Okay, simple as that. And then if we take a look at Yanmega here, it's actually looking really nice. Bug Bite, Bug Buzz, it's not going to get much better than that regarding bug moves. And it also has a pretty good flying type moveset as well. So I'm pretty sure we'll just see the shiny variants come in at some point in time down the line, obviously. And then for this one here, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure about it. We'll just have to wait to see. Its shiny is pretty neat, but I'm not too sure if it's going to get a community day or just one of those periods, kind of like Breloom, where it receives a new move where you can just simply evolve it. And then if we look at Glade here, we all want that Route's community day. It's a possibility coming in after May. It's a possibility. Also, alongside it would be Gardevoir, which we all know is pretty good when you completely max it out. As far as going into it, the Great League with it's not so great because it's very squishy. It is going to be at a very low CP compared to where you max it out. And we already know if you go into PvP, especially the Great League with Pokemon that can max out around, I don't know, 35, 32, and you bring them into like the 1500 range, they're not going to perform the best around. The Pokemon you're going to want to be using are things that can pretty much max out around 1500 or 2000 or so, therefore having better stats behind them and not so frail because they need to be at a higher CP to be performing a lot better. We know that Frostlass has a shiny, and as well as this one here, as you can see, looking great. So no community days for those, I don't think, but something on their radar highly. I think number one is going to be Porygon Z, a very good candidate for a community day. The only question and concern that I have is that upgrade item that you're going to need to evolve from Porygon to Porygon 2, and then a Sinnoh Stone from Porygon 2 to Porygon Z. That's quite a lot of items that you're going to need to make these evolutions. So, and I'm going a little bit too far up here. Licky, another Pokemon that can receive a community day. You know how they like to throw in a pseudo legendary like we see in Salamence, and then we have a starter Pokemon, and then the month after that is going to be something maybe not so great, possibly this, which I'm hoping not. Please no. Also Rhyhorn, we haven't seen a shiny variants for that as well, so can we see possibly Rock Wrecker coming onto Rhyperior, because it's not going to require a evolution item going from basic stage to stage 1, and then finally into Rhyperior. You're just going to need a Sinnoh Stone, so that is another candidate here. Hopefully we can see that, because Rhyperior is yet again one of my favorite Pokemon. As far as Magmortar, it's going to be pretty good. It already has a shiny, so you can basically rule it out for a community day. It's not going to be your best fire type Pokemon around, but when it comes down to PvP, it does have a multiple charge move, so it's not horrible at all by any means. So yeah, I've used it quite a few times in the Ultra League, and it performs quite nicely, especially because it does have that fighting move, Break there. So you do have a bit of coverage going up against certain things. So that's pretty nice as well. And then we have a Weavile here, another candidate to get a community day? I don't think so. It has great moves already for both of its types, Dark and Ice. It doesn't need it. It's just probably going to receive a shiny. So yeah, there you go. Weavile. Pretty cool Pokemon, really weak to fighting, but it works magnificently when you completely max it out and are going into raids and short manning it. If you need that firepower, Weavile's got your back definitely for that dark and ice typing. Alright, and then if we take a look at my evolution items themselves, I did just toss about 7 metal coats and 5 King's Rock. I'm always tossing the Sunstones, so Blossom coming in with a community day. That's going to be a split evolution between that and Vileplume, so maybe that, who knows? Summertime? I don't know. King's Rock, we have Slowbro, which has single charge moves as well. No shiny quite yet. Community Day? I don't know. I don't want to say community day here, community day for everybody, right? I'm just trying to give you the mindset of what I'm thinking here, because you know what can solve all this, guys? Let me tell you what can solve all of our problems with one item: a special move TM. That's it. The fear of evolving Pokemon that are going to get a better moveset would be eliminated for good. And then we wouldn't have to worry about this nonsense. I understand they want to, well, I don't know if this is their intentions, but this is the way I think a lot of the community is thinking, is that they want their Pokemon to have value. So you have to get it within that period, right? Which makes sense, which makes perfect sense. I like it when Pokemon have value like that, the legacies that are actually viable or even not that great in PvP or going up against raids. They're just a trophy, you know, because people out there love to collect those legacy moves, okay? Now, as far as the community day, not everybody can make it. Okay, let's be realistic. And if you're saying, well, if you can't make it, too bad. Some people were telling me 2 videos back that I was kind of griping about the whole GoFest deal and the costs of all this stuff, right? You watched it maybe. And I can't just book my flight, book my hotel, and I haven't even received a ticket, right? I just can't. What if I do all this stuff and the time for my flight is here and I don't have an invite? Simple as that, I can't go. And then a few people were telling me, well, it's too bad. It's for the people who have money. And that's an absolutely disgusting comment to me. I don't think, yes, I understand money makes the world go round. Oh, I more than understand this. But when it comes down to this game here, I feel like there should be an equal opportunity to some degree. And if you did not know, this is a little hidden fact, I think. Well, not fact, but a little hidden secret is I'm pretty sure Niantic has a 3-year contract over there in that Chicago area park, so that's why they're not having anywhere else. But that's not stopping them from having multiple of these, you know, Go Fests around the country, right? So other people can possibly get there a lot easier instead of having to travel to Chicago. We're getting way off topic here. My point is, yes, there's things in the game that not everybody can access, and I completely understand that, but we need that TM. Long story short, we need that TM, right? I was going off there, right? We just simply need that, and it would make everybody's lives a whole lot better. But there is hope, because that video I did make going over Trails' findings in the game, it had special TM. Now, some people were saying that that could be a confirmation as to you're about to TM a special move, because as it is now, I'm pretty sure you can't just simply, you can simply TM one of these special community day moves or whatever special move it did receive for that day, like Breloom, and it will not double ask you. It's just going to get rid of it. So it could be that confirmation. It could be the TM because of this whole deal with the Salamence, which was just pretty much pushing it over the limit for a lot of people, because Salamence is great. You want one of those, and a lot of people had theirs ready to go, and they evolved it, and guess what? No move. So they attended. What are you going to say about that? Okay. So people that are actually participating are still getting messed over. So that would eliminate all of these issues here. Okay. Whew. All right. So anyways, there you go. Some Pokemon that you may want to consider holding off and evolving, because we do not have that TM currently in Pokemon Go. Anyways, with that said, traders, I'd like to say thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And remember, we will be seeing Groudon coming into race tomorrow, I think. Pretty sure, right? I'm pretty sure we made that Earth Day goal. And therefore, we'll be seeing Groudon, as well as possibly the other Pokemon I was discussing in my last videos. Take care, trainers.